What's up guys, Ryan here. So my goal in this video is to help you with your Amazon merch niche targeting in 2 minutes or less. So the first thing I want to recommend is that you go download my favorite Chrome extension for selling on Amazon, which is called DS Amazon Quickview, as you can see here. Now what this does is when you search Amazon, in the search results page, without having to click each listing, you can see the bestseller rank, which is a numeric value assigned to everything in the Amazon catalog that's ever sold. As long as it's sold once, it'll have a BSR. BSR is short for bestseller rank. Now this value, the lower it is, the better. A lower value means that it's selling more units relative to other items listed in that same category with a higher BSR. And so there is a number one bestseller in each category, as you would imagine. So the lower the number, the better. So the next step is to use my search merch tool, which I built into my website, and I'll put a link right there below. But all you have to do is seed the search with some niche keywords, and then we can evaluate how well it's selling on Amazon and see if it's worth designing and trying to sell through Amazon merch. So I was doing some fantasy football stuff recently, and I like the I suck at fantasy football niche, because one of my fantasy football leagues was trying to figure out what we're going to do to punish the last place finisher this year. And I said, oh, well, we should definitely make them wear one of these pink I suck at fantasy football shirts. So the first thing I just wanted to show you is up here in the top left, and it's hard to see. I'll try to zoom in a bit. But up here in the top left, you see 1 through 48 of 140 results. Now, I say as a good rule of thumb, anything under 500 results in Amazon merch listings. Oh, I forgot to mention. So if you use my tool, it only shows you Amazon merch search results. That way it filters out all of the non-prime products that would saturate and kind of inflate the numbers, but aren't really your direct competition, because products with that prime checkmark sell way better on Amazon. So here, this is a great niche. 140 results is way less than 500. This looks like a great niche to consider selling. And if we look at the bestseller ranks under the top sellers, we can see and get an idea of how well this niche is moving. Now, this niche is slowing down a little bit as we enter fantasy football season. This will sell really well at the start of fantasy football season and at the end of fantasy football season. So January is going to be really hot for this as well. But anything under 1 million too is, to me, approachable. And you can see this one right here, 111,000 BSR means that it's selling, at least 1 unit a day, probably 2. And yeah, scrolling through the results, they all have bestseller ranks. They are as low as the 400,000s. So this was just a guess, but it looks like a qualified niche with some promising potential. And all I did again was download DS Amazon Quickview for Chrome, and then use my search merch tool. These are both completely free. If you need ideas though for niche keywords, you may want to check out a tool like Merch Informer. I've done videos on them in the past, but I'll put a link in that I'll put a link to the Merch Informer video in the YouTube cards. I just pointed up there. If you click that icon, you should be able to see it. Anyways, guys, thanks for checking out this video. If you liked it, go ahead and hit that like button. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. If you have any questions, comments, feedback, hit me up below, and I'll see you at the next one.
Passive Income School is open. Enroll now at ryansmethod.com. Thank you.